Welcome, friends, to probably the final episode in this series.
Don't you die on me, damn it! BB's dropping! Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in B-fib! Clear!
Wait, Snake's next to me, so... What? Punished Venoms. This is where all the punished Venom memes came from.
No response, hit him again! Clear! How's he doing? Well, he stabilized, but it took too long. He's in a coma. What about him? Yeah, took some shrapnel to the head.
Wait, the guy doesn't... Snake doesn't have the horn. What's going on? Actually, do not exist. They're only interpreted. Ah! I think it's too early to. I think it's too early to see if that statement is true. Oh, we're okay. Yes, as I thought, we were playing the first episode. But what new cutscenes are we gonna learn? Sounds pretty catchy. Are we gonna have to go through the whole, oh, should I? Should I skip it? Nah, let's go through the whole thing. It's kind of slow in the beginning. Yes, and playing music in patients' rooms they can't move is a pretty common thing too. You know what? Should I? Seriously contemplating it right now. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna skip. There's no. We've been through this already. Where does it skip to? Is the real question. Oh.
Who's man? Who's man? Can you hear me?
Are we gonna have to go through a look up thing?
Speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is just. Yeah, oh, yeah. Never mind. You have to do this. Nope.
Look up, please.
Oh, this is mandatory. It's not a cutscene.
Very good. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something.
Oh, we can skip this part. I assume everything's the same until.
How do you feel?
Alright, yeah, where Paz is gonna come in, get herself burnt out.
Κάποιος ήδη γνωρίζει ότι έχει ξυπνήσει. Διαντρέχει μεγάλο κίνδυνο. Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον για εγχείρηση. Δεν το πιστεύω.
Okay, actually subtitles. I think in the earlier
It's true.
one.
There are those who wish you would never woken up.
I don't think there were subtitles.
You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world out there, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you, as you've
Oh?
lived until this day.
Oh.
I'm going
Okay.
to change your appearance. We
Oh,
have
this
no
happens
other choice.
before the thing. Okay. Wait. Maybe I skipped all the big parts. But yeah, it turns out you're, okay. So you're not Snake.
Very good. Now let's remove these bandages.
Wait, surgery can't
face has
change your
healed
hair or
nicely.
where your hair is,
To
though.
tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection. To hide you from those who want you dead.
Okay.
As of today, your name is Ahab.
Alright, here comes,
Forget everything. Your name, your past.
Alright, so the nameless guy is. Oh, yeah, okay, so you're the nameless. So, it's a way of creating a self-insert character in MGS. Okay. And here it comes.
Everything feels all right.
Wow, not for you, very soon. Wait, so they changed. Alright, so they changed it. You were an MSF soldier, and they changed your appearance. And then they remodeled you to look like Big Boss?
Not yet. The patient in the next bed's on my face. Of course. Consider it done.
Is that gonna tell me who the mysterious bandage-faced man is? And that's how quiet it got. Oh, it mirrors her own. That's how quiet was created. Not being able to let go of what happened. How the hell did she survive that? It should be like charcoal.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Who are you?
Who am I? You're talking to yourself.
The old me or the new
For
me?
9 years. You can call me Ishmael.
What the hell is
Ishmael's the first mate on
Well, the
the...
good news is you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
They kill a lot of people trying to
Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
I crawl through this. Nope, can't skip this part.
Follow me. Drug's not working. We're getting out of here. Move it. Let's take the stairs.
Well, you've been in a coma for 9 years.
This way. This isn't gonna work. We better take the elevator.
We go through the entire first mission? Oh, that's when we first...
What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah, we meet the man on fire. sprinklers got. I'm gonna skip all the part with the soldiers and the other stuff, probably.
Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there.
Oh, does he explain why? Is he Big Boss? Does that explain why Big Boss doesn't lose an arm in this? How did he give him your give you his memories? Also, that's not how hair works. I'm pretty sure our hair transplants can't do that. This is just a way to insert. Oh.
Keep low and quiet.
Crawling? Oh, we gotta do hide under the vents thing. I remember this. Alright, sorry bro, but this doesn't. Just gonna skip all the cutscenes. Nope, they get wrecked.
Walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come. Hurry. Now!
You go up or down? I don't remember. Oh, I'm gonna go down.
This way.
Keep going down.
It's ugly down there. Turn back.
You hear that? What's going on out there?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
think so.
You hear them coming?
Who are they?
Oh, this isn't a cutscene. Wow, barrier's too low. I can't crawl through and jump that guy.
We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl.
Get some blood on yourself. So you look like,
If you move, we're done for. Play dead. Free.
ah, watch this part. Dude, I'm not even lying down. You see me propping myself up with my elbow. Like, obviously not dead. Part. There we go. Oh.
Hold on. We better stop and treat that injury.
Down.
We'll have to take this thing again.
Dude, well, if you're in such a rush, why the hell are you moving so slow? Come on, man.
Hold down the aim button to aim.
Hold down
Press
the
the
aim
attack
button.
button to fire. Destroy it. Hold on. I'll take the right. You take the left. You're pretty good. Nice work. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this is the part where we sneak down, and I completely failed at that. Alright, there's 4 guys down. Silencer though, right?
I'll run interference.
Damn, he just YOLO'd in there, man. With 1 pistol? It's like 5 guys with body armor. I goofed again. Oh no. Oh. Oof. What the hell? How are they getting hit by headshots through that huge ass helmet? That should protect me. Let's get the hell out of here. Except we know that doesn't happen. Someone leave their keys in the ambulance. That's a big mistake. Alright, Morgan puts on his, oh, so you briefly get possessed by Psycho Mantis. Yeah, I don't care how much gear you got. You see someone like that, it's time to get the hell out of there. What are you gonna do to him? He's already on fire. Bullets don't do anything. If Psycho Mantis didn't abandon him, could you possibly beat him? Because even Salamantha stepping on him didn't do anything. Oh. takes care of a few tanks, I remember this part.
Move in! Go, go, go!
Ugh. You can keep him back with firepower, like you shotgun him away. He just has super cutscene powers, like shit. Thanks, SOF guys, sacrificing yourself so I can get away. Run, 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 run. Oh, I'm out. Tank didn't phase him, but the ambulance pushed him out.
Get in!
Come if you want to live. It's the Terminator 2 reference. Come with me. Buckle your seat. Buckle your seat. Man, the fire truck, the fire truck guys got in the way too. What happens? We go through a tunnel. Oh, there's an attack chopper that attacks an ambulance for some reason. so we're gonna find out what happens to Ishmael, right? That's the main difference. Well, is that it? There's no way. There's probably some cutscenes, and then we find out. Infinity bandana, yay! Let's go make that. Is that really the end? Did I skip something of importance? That wasn't even the whole thing. Because freaking he has to tell me who he is, right? Silo Tumbo. Oh, okay, so he was still here.
This way, boss. Hurry.
Yeah, because he called him the boss. Alright, so Ocelot gets the real boss out there first.
Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go.
Oh, this shows what happened right before he rescued. So he was stuck with you in that hospital for 9 years.
I'll handle the rest. Here.
Ocelot knew the whole time.
That's your name as of today.
Oh, so he
Best
switches
change of
identities
face,
with
too.
you.
Now this one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake.
He uses you as a decoy? That's messed up.
He believes it too.
My very own phantom, huh?
Boss, the whole world wants
He
your head.
switches identities.
Don't worry, he can handle it. Move now, quickly.
And that's
Aren't you
that's the
forgetting
way for
something?
Kojima to put the player in their character. That's, it's kind of a cop-out too, right? Because then he doesn't have to do the bad things that kind of cement him as a villain.
We'll meet again.
Right.
I guess you are his. It's a right. It's the justification the game uses for private military organizations. That they do the dirty. Well, or that code talker thinks they do. They do the dirty things so that the big guys don't have to. Because you need Big Boss to do a whole bunch of bad shit. Because he's the villain in the original Metal Gear, right? But freaking. You made him too sympathetic in 3, so now you don't want to dirty his image. Does he leave you a cassette too? Wait, does your character know the whole truth, though? 1942, a code talker helps create the U.S. military. Code talker's cipher. Virtuous mission operation Snake Eater, death of the boss. Comatose Volgan. Man, Snake Eater kicked off the whole thing. Because a code talker wouldn't have found out about the parasites. Except you killed the end. It disappears. The base destroyed in 1975. Reverse. Zero. Emmerich's first child was strange. It's 5 years after MSF disappears. Oh, and it becomes Outer Heaven. Wait, does he set up Outer Heaven, or does Venom Snake set up Outer Heaven? I guess he does, right? Because he appears at the end of... Oh. For the man who sold the world. Sony? I gotta get that brand in there. Oh, Sony Walkmans were the standard then.
No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Oh, you were with us.
Boss.
We're in the helicopter window. Oh, so you took the explosion for him. Is there anything even wrong with your eye then?
Now do you remember who you are? What you were meant to do? I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history.
It's just a way for Kojima to include the player
big boss.
to the story.
And you are too.
There's two big bosses.
No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it.
It's
This
a message
story,
to the
this legend,
player. Ah.
is ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me.
On Persona,
Carry that
the
with
true
you
self.
wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're big boss. Operation Intrude. As you know, most Kojima plots is super convoluted and frankly, it's just plot. But hey, it works, man. The game's gameplay is really good. The plot's a bit, but the emotions are real, right? Shoutouts to people, to young people who probably won't even know what the cassette is. Sounds pretty hype, actually. Alright, we should do this.
What was it all for?
Oh, Miller
Boss
gets
has some
disillusioned.
plan. What is it?
The real big boss is working separately from us.
So he's working on
Creating a
Outer
new
Heaven.
nation.
Is that what causes Miller to
A
desert?
military nation above and apart from all. The true outer heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right. But
Wow.
more. Big boss.
What was it we said rulers build nations through? Language.
But until it's complete, we support the other big boss. The Phantom carries on his legend.
Yo, 2015, man, we gotta talk about
It's
memes.
Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is. 9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
So Miller
One
gets
day,
disillusioned.
The age of Big Boss's sons will arrive.
And it
They'll
predicts
likely want to settle the score with him.
MGS 1, 2, and
We
4.
have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play. Building a foundation for a revolution led by both big bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss can go to hell. I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there.
That's what makes
I'll
Miller.
keep playing my role.
That's what makes Miller train the
You know,
Solid Snake.
sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday.
Well, he
too.
could have finished Liquid off right there, man.
If the
Save
day
the
ever
future a lot of
comes
trouble.
that you go back to Cypher, I'll lay the other son. And then you and I will be enemies too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Well, that doesn't happen.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used
That what
to
the teeth
coexisting.
is this what the why Miller and hates Ocelot so much? Ocelot doesn't really care, right? He's kind of ambivalent. Miller taking it very personally. Star Truth Records. Big Boss Outer. Oh, okay. The hell is this? Ah, you have the Outer Haven. Get some. Oh, S++. Damn. Look at this. Spunky Platypus. Alright, so there's some stuff apparently I missed that somebody told me about, so I'm gonna go do that now. We'll end it.
Plant side ops list updated.
Side ops do we have? Yeah, oh, it's just the mine clearing stuff. Alright, well, we can do that. Alright, back to Mother Base we go.
Please select a landing
Says
zone.
something about medical platform. Alright. Work on my staff. Gotta put that S++ guy in there, man.
Staff assigned. Select unit. Staff dismissed.
Oh, medical. I still need to up my medical level. Because there's a trophy for getting everyone. Supposedly some room in the medical is going to open. Whoa, what is all this shit?
Boss, how are you back on your feet so quickly?
There's a non-smoking ward.
Boss.
If I listened to everything the doctors said, I'd probably die in here. No point waking up after 9 years for that.
Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier.
Bad news, huh?
Things are looking worse.
Go on.
They found out about you waking up. And the man on fire picked this time to wake up too. We'll have to move forward ahead of schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor too.
So he's not. He seems awake now.
No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least.
He was a doctor, too.
In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past
Does it
his
actually
past
erase
now.
his memories?
He's going to be your phantom, not some simple diversion. He'll act as the new big boss, and the act just isn't for Cypher. He'll be your face on the world stage until the time comes for your resurgence.
You make it sound easy.
We've been busy over the last 9 years. His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions
really-
through reduced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and
Can
experience.
that really
To
happen?
make him believe that he is the one true big boss. No one around him will doubt that he's the big boss they know. So, is he the real big boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions.
Well, I don't think we're quite at that level yet. Maybe one day we
What
could
happens
implant
from here
memories,
depends on his
but-
skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you. And now, by becoming you, he protects you again. This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
I'll be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating memories, the past. But that's not all. When the time is right, I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double think.
In this year.
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
Right. His bodyguard?
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right away, but he won't be back to full health in time. We'll need to take him through his final paces.
Yeah. I want to see his face again.
All right, John. I've never forgotten you in these 9 years, but I have to forget you now.
Adam. I'm counting on you. What's up?
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
Does they ever pronounce it terrible?
You never did like the French.
All that Catherine the Great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children.
That madness Zero
Alright, okay, I
started.
found it. I'm gonna wait until...
Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell
Oh,
not
so
me.
he never
Just a bunch
approved
of
the
cells
clones.
grown in a lab.
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't either. To them, those
They've been
boys are your
contacting you?
clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States.
Alright.
But the other, Eli
Eli
has
is, well,
disappeared.
there you go.
Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently, he traveled to Africa after that, but
Oh, then we end
that's
up
where
finding
he escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth.
Is that why he hates
If
the
he's
boss so
alive,
much,
he'd be
though? Like,
11
it
or
wasn't
12 by
the
now,
boss's fault.
Old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive.
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it.
Well,
John,
you'll meet him.
if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Boss, this war business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs...
Oh. Alright, so you find Paz, but there's no way Paz is alive. She had an explosion go on inside of her.
Snake?
I see the piss symbol.
Paz.
That's right. It's her.
What about the bomb?
We were able to remove the explosives. Both of them.
Is this some kind of dream?
No, it's okay.
There's another in my...
It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
The guided tour will be wrapped up by the time you get home.
Make me proud.
By the time they leave, I'll have the IAEA praising us as the poster boys for world peace. Out.
Something's not right. Check her again. Boss? It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
It's okay. The other bomb, we managed it.
She hit the water hard, but somehow she managed to survive.
I
Anyway,
don't believe
the
that.
shock
Like,
triggered
that's
some kind
even
of
too...
amnesia.
Snake? Where's Professor Galvez?
You mean?
Yeah. She still thinks it's 1964. She's got no memory of anything before that either. Cypher, the KGB, nothing.
It looks to be a kind of dissociative disorder. Dissociative amnesia, where memories are blocked out to protect the mind, and dissociative identity disorder, whole personality changes. What we're seeing seems to be a combination of the two. She truly believes she's nothing more than a student living in 1974.
Peace Day was a lot of fun. I hope we can do it again.
She doesn't respond to anything that conflicts with her internal timeline.
Well, it's just like a Westworld.
Doctor's pretty sure she's not faking it. If she had her memory, just think what she could tell us about Cypher. The photo is from that guy you brought back the other day. From the old crew. I thought it might jog her memory, but no luck. Anything else you can show her?
Do you have something to show me, Snake?
I give up. She's all yours.
let's see what...
Got something to show me, Snake?
Oh, so we give her photos from...
This photo. It is from the other day, right? I like it a lot. I look kind of silly, but it's got a peaceful feel to it. Peace Day was a lot of fun. Everyone cheered at the end, even though I missed a few high notes. We should have more events like that, Snake. My head. It hurts.
Okay, so she gets her memories back when you show her photos.
The real me. I am...
Oh, well, I guess she just goes to sleep. Alright.
My stomach.
Okay, so you just go back out.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alright, how many photos do we have? Oh, is it not over? You have to come back on a mission every time? Oh, damn.
The real me. I am...
Huh, I am so confused right now. What do you have to do? Gotta go back out on the mission and go back in? Oh, let me... Or do you just pass the time? You might just have to pass the time. I'm gonna... Okay.
Boss, this war business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs, it may have a favorable
Alright, I'm assuming smoking a Phantom cigar will let you speed this up. Because I do want to get this through today.
By directing the public's animosity outside his borders, he could unify their frame of mind. Guns for hire continue the war. Then enrich the economy with their spoils. War as a business will become a permanent tool for manipulating the public mind. A new business model. You might even call it a war economy. Before long, Cypher, or rather the Patriots, will be drawn to this. Probably only a few decades before it takes hold. It's not far off at all. Still no leads on Zero. We don't even know whether he's still alive. But the protocol he put in motion's making steady progress. Every day, SIGINT's web covers a little bit more of the globe. Total information control. Big Brother Zero. And it'll happen before anyone even realizes. I don't like it. You're the big brother of the battlefield. You've earned a firm grip on the world's military power. But soon, Zero will have nations in his. He'll erase the Cold War. All war from people's minds. And with it, the world's borders. Zero's will, his influence, will be unleashed, with nothing to stem the tide. When that happens, opposition will no longer match the lines on the map. And boss, with no borders left, what difference can we make? War will have lost any true meaning to the world. Just one more gear keeping the wheels of economy turning. Another product bearing down the capitalist conveyor belt. The future your friend Miller wanted. That's all there is in store. Perhaps it's already too late. But human will should only be handed down and nurtured by human hands. It can't be entrusted to the system.
Yeah, they get taken over by AIs, I think.
Left in his wake. No matter what happens, we'll have to fight someday to reclaim our truth. Until next time, Big Boss. Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information.
It's like the...
Oh, Snake? Remember Professor Galvez on his instrument during feast day? Ooh-wee. Such a funny sound for a musical instrument. He said the Soviets invented it. Everyone sure seemed impressed. Music has no borders. The professor taught me that.
So Galvez.
Where's Professor Galvez anyway? I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest?
Alright, so you just rinse and repeat. Alright, so just more Phantom cigars.
Sun will set shortly.
Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information, but we have no way to trace his location. That means the details are still fuzzy at this point, but apparently some new bioweapon
Was it the
used.
parasite?
As soon as he noticed the dip in his vital signs, he had his stomach pumped and even underwent blood dialysis. But he didn't fully recover. Ironically, if Zero kept more company, he'd have been safe. Since the incident, his speech and actions have been getting more unhinged by the day. He's probably been rushed to another safe house for intensive care. But the location is a complete mystery. That's the way he operates. He went to incredible lengths to make sure his great escape went unnoticed. So far, I know at least Langley and the Pentagon were involved. He had a blackout triggered in New York to disrupt the transportation and information
That must have
grid.
cost
And at
quite
least
a lot.
2 submarines were sighted off the coast. The personnel involved were working off a cover story. Naturally, the White House was fed the same thing. The project is buried under a pile of dummy ops and backup plans stretching across multiple organizations.
When he does things, he's thorough.
Not one of the people involved
Gives Zero that, though he ends up a vegetable on a ventilator
all
until...
top secret, no trail, no leads. He's living up to his name as usual. Only this time, even I can't find him. Now, the only record of his location lies within the Cypher AI that was at the heart of the escape plan. And that's closed off, with its data sealed away in a secret location. Skullface was able to put together this assassination attempt. But even
Skullface really messes up a lot of
I'll keep searching, but when you're up against he who controls information, it's gonna be a long battle.
There's like 10 or 11 photos.
Snake. What is it, Snake?
They really should show you what the photo is before you...
Who took this? Strangelove? Maybe when she rubbed that sunscreen on me.
Hey.
Oh, I'm trying not to remember it. But you know, despite her quirks, Dr. Strangelove
Yeah,
is a person.
her end was...
I wish she'd come and say hello.
Not what she deserved.
I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
That is photo number 4. I think there's 10 or 11 to go through. Listen to a tape.
Boss, it was Anderson after all. That's right, the man who went by SIGINT during Operation Snake Eater. Following Zero's disappearance, he's taken over command of Cypher. Well, to be precise, the AI he
What happens to
oversees
SIGINT?
The idea to have an AI act for Zero came about in '74, when the data from the mammal pod penetrated NORAD. Clearly, an AI couldn't be allowed to make its own decisions. So they would take away its ability to act, and instead, create a specialized system in which the AI, bound by specific rules, filters the massive amount
Oh, he
of
was
data
in
it
3.
collects
He
before
backs you up
passing
in
it on to
3.
people.
So once
subtly
again, his
guiding
end
their
is...
decision-making. A system of the people, by the people, for the people. So they began researching how to do it. DARPA apparently brought Strangelove on board to head it up. She was forced out after a certain incident. The direction of the project and any trace of her existence was scrubbed after her departure. Before Zero lost consciousness as his condition worsened, he left instructions for Anderson, through a cutout, of course.
Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe. This meant sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. And here I am, the only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request, his will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project.
Anderson dies in the Shadow
The
Moses.
Patriots.
Ah.
It's all about ensuring that the concepts driving society appear the same in the mind of each person in that society. About maintaining the identity of the individual, and yet having that individual willingly make up part of the whole. I guess it's fitting to call that patriotism.
Yeah, that patriotism does do
Creating a
that.
united world.
It creates
Zero's
this
will
blind,
is already fading into a shadow
blind
of what it once
obedience.
was. Systems, guidelines, rules, laws.
Even against
When
your own
you take a
interests, right?
mentality and fix it in a solid shape, put it out there in the hands of people, it can only begin to decay. No mentality can last forever. When the body dies, the will dies with it.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? Oh, here's Nuke. He is so cute. I haven't seen him around lately. Where did he get to? He is the official mascot of Mother Base, so he should show his face a little more. Want to know a secret? I saw Miller feeding Nuke when no one was
cat?
looking.
Yeah.
Meow meow. Come here. Come here, kitty kitty. Come here. Nuke. Nuke. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts.
Oh, what? Yeah, more cassettes from that? Oh, Paz's diary. Alright. Wow. Got more stuff to listen to. Oh, wait, no. We can do this. Okay. Whoa, 6 minutes? This is gonna be a really long episode.
Huh?
Alright, a big part of this cassette is that blue flame. Do we just... No, is this tape just empty?
Hello?
Thank you for coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in pajamas as of late.
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
Oh yeah, she's older than she looks.
Please, sit. Pacifica Ocean.
Oh, this is when she gets recruited by Cypher.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun. Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect.
Alright, so she was the spy that he sent to MSF.
Thank you. I heard you were sick?
Poppycock. I just like to take a little
So
time
he
off
was
work.
already ill when...
You must feel that way sometimes. Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time. Drink, before it gets English breakfast. Who I am, after all. And I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dunce. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars.
Oh, so he was essentially in protective
Well,
custody the whole time.
You could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too. But once the wind blows and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars.
I
Even here.
live in New York, and that's not true.
You've had a hard time getting to where you are.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep, abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died. Others betrayed you, left you for dead, and you did the same to them. But through it all, you survived, and you alone made it here. Just look at you. I can see everything you've been through.
Yes.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next.
Yes.
And you are prepared?
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan. Not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know better, I'd say you really did grow up around the equator.
Oh, so she wasn't even in Costa Rica.
One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised in Central America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
A little.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake. I'll share everything I know about him. But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
You can trust me.
Well, she's the one who ends up giving Skullface Cypher's location.
Call me that.
Gets him infected with the parasite.
Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I know we are the only ones here.
Hmm?
There's no one in the other room.
And how do you know that?
You said I was your first guest.
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in quite a while.
Alright.
All right, then.
No, still sleeping? Oh. Oh, guess I gotta go out and smoke another cigar. Alright, we're on... Oh, it's okay, you can see the picture.
My stomach.
Okay.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment.
Damn, 7 minutes.
Years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss. Tell me where he is.
Alright, so this is when she got captured by Skullface.
Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
This feel safe, Big Boss?
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
Oh, still nothing? Do I have to do a mission? Do I have to check some records or something?
Gallo Pinto.
Am I missing something? Do I not have a photo? I have to listen to the... Maybe I have to listen to... Maybe I have to listen to the tape.
Cypher has been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him. All we hear of.
We're at a minute.
Hell's Kitchen.
Alright, so he was in Hell's Kitchen.
Avenue. He is undergoing treatment there.
Not exactly Hyde Park.
His medical needs keep him from moving around. That is why he summoned me there. The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality...
Maybe you have to visit during the daytime. Nothing? What? Well, for me, you just have to listen through the thing.
Cypher has been in hiding ever. No one's seen him.
Even the elevator does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase, one floor down. Room 702.
Shades of World War II.
Nobody realizes the entire building is a setup. People go in and out all day. But they're all Cypher. The building blends right in with the rest of the city. They disseminate rumors that a gang operates out of the building that keeps most outsiders away. And most of them are there as security in case of an emergency. But even they don't know what they're really protecting. Foot traffic, goods coming in and out, phone lines, water and sewage. It is all monitored remotely by satellite and cameras inside and out. Should he need it, there is a sealed-off water conduit that can be used to escape to the Hudson River
just
and
locked
from
up.
there to the sea. But from the outside, it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security.
It's usually how it goes, right? Nobody
Very bold.
blinks second eye at some
it's
random
just the kind
building.
of ruse I'd expect from him. So long as no one's suspicions are aroused, you could hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about information slipping out, no one involved has the full picture.
So his
That
security
ignorance
backfired.
is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
You hate him, don't you?
Hate? He never left me to die. I owe him my life. I'm bound to repay the favor any way I can. But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss?
I mean, he's one of his phantoms, right? He was a cleanup crew for Snake Eater.
I don't hate the man. I do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he probably has no idea who I am. So you see, I have no reason to hate him at all.
Yeah, well, he's nuts, so... doesn't matter.
I mean to have my revenge against Zero. It's not petty hatred or
So
resentment.
why attack MSF?
Nothing so personal. Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain. And that mountain becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in. Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you. And Big Boss.
Don't do it.
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late to change things now.
Don't kill him.
The choice is not mine to make.
Please, let Big Boss live.
Proceed.
Please.
Well, this is,
Shot already. Hold her still.
Well, nothing. Still nothing? I'll try to go up on the helicopter. Let's see what that... Or maybe I have to listen to the whole thing. She keeps saying Gaio Pinto. Oh, it is Hot Coldman, right?
Snake. My stomach.
Does it just not load? Alright, I'm gonna go to the helicopter, and if it doesn't work, come back down.
Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Or maybe it's the Pez's diary.
There's going to be a kind of festival held on Mother Base. They are calling it Peace Day. Snake and his men may be without a nation, but they are still an army, and that means sometimes they have to fight the bad guys.
Yeah, well, the real world is never
They
that
should
simple.
not fight at all. It is obvious to me that any problem can be solved with reasonable discussion.
That's definitely not true.
Snake and the others think so too, because the idea is to set aside war for one day a year and relax in peace. I do not know how it came about, but apparently Snake and Miller got the idea while they were talking, and everyone on Mother Base went along with it. To think that deep down they all share a love of peace, that makes me happy. But never mind that. Somehow I have ended up thinking...
ops list updated.
Can you start new side ops? Is that what it is?
Please select a mission.
Oh, got all the photos. Ocelot 0, huh?
It's me. Ocelot. It's been quite a while. Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I expected, Major. I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean. My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it. Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond? Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived, and that should buy us some time.
Oh, so Zero was in on it.
En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus.
Wait, Zero helped
you?
you?
Ava's leading the operation.
Okay.
Ava? Following your orders? Funny, isn't it? That we
So
should
Skullface actually
like
reunited the old,
this is an emergency.
Cypher team.
Otherwise, I sure as hell would... Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only bear to speak with me from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am and leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too. Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise? Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security. The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when? I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him. This location, it's safe? No one will find him. And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed. Which is what you do best. Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh? Anything but.
Oh, the quiet
I'm
photos.
sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from
But Ocelot, I think Ocelot's the one that kills
I wish
Donald.
it weren't so. This will probably be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't say no, will you? I have no choice. Thank you. Save your thanks. One more thing. A proposition. Yes. I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like. What is it? You could say I've made another Snake. Major? I'm not talking about the children. A mental copy. His phantom, if you like. I don't understand. You will when you get to Cyprus. I've set the ball in motion, but the rest is in your hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this. If it's in his best interests. I assure you, it is. Look after Snake. He's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known.
Oh, getting me all teared up here.
It's me.
Oh.
You went.
Sun will set shortly.
game and get back in. Ah, here we go. It worked.
What is it, Snake? Oh, somebody took this while we were fishing. That day, I figured out that it doesn't really matter if you catch a fish or not. Just waiting for a fish together can be the most fun of all. Oh yeah, Chico got all worked up and almost fell into the sea. When they do some more fishing, tell me, okay? I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
Yes, it's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you. Where is he? Safe. But in the same state as when you last saw him. We've had our misunderstandings, you and I. But as you've made clear, our relationship is strictly business. Therefore, I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently. Where is Snake? No. Settle down, or I'll have to hang up. And then you never hear from me again. Do you understand? First, about your boss. I had him moved once he was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me. I told him to stop putting me under. Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever. And to be honest, I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving
Yo, you said you're bad at your job.
Don't take it the wrong way. Anyone looking for him would be looking for you. He needs to be as far from you as possible. In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So, instead, I'm giving you a point of contact. An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before. He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing. Keeping secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while. 10 years longer than you. Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust in him on this. Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play. Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be, V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one, you need Snake for that. And he's already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that to him? I get what you were trying to pass. You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me.
Yeah, it was Skullface.
You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit I may have been lax in my supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
That does happen.
Is that so? Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
No. Oh no. Do I have to get back on the chopper now again? Don't make me do this, guys. Gotta get back on the chopper. This doesn't make any sense.
Please select a landing zone.
You know what? Let's do another cigar just to be sure.
Major, I wondered whether you'd really
call. Oh, 9 minutes?
Exo, I presume this was your doing.
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes.
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young. From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
She was still carrying it in Selinoyarsk. How about the back? Something.
Nope. I guess from now on you gotta freaking... Photo 6. I should just... Like, I would just edit the helicopter things together, but the problem is the cassette tapes are important, right?
Major, do you like my gift?
I've been... When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription. Never again, she uttered, as if reprimanding herself.
Roger.
She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Yes, it's real. Thank you. There's no doubt
Does it
about
end
it.
up being fake?
Good. Now I have no regrets.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Just want to talk for a moment.
Very well then.
It's about our man, Major. He's been making some moves.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Yes, and up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although he is under my jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about?
Not exactly. You see, my being here's made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria.
That's when he first discovered the parasites. I hope that's a glitch. Did you have to go back to the helicopter to get the Paz thing every time? Alright, let's go back.
Please select a landing zone.
This segment is definitely going to go over 2 hours, even with all those skip cutscenes. With the dagger, how he gets the number of parasites, that's probably what happens.
Major.
We were at 3 minutes.
Genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals. No need to breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results. Don't be quaint, Exo. Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy.
That's why the Crusades were so.
Without it, they'll turn their aggressions
This
inward,
idea of holy war.
find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what...
Oh, Snake!
Oh, I do have to go back to the helicopter every time.
What is it, Snake? Rayo Pinto! Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make it.
Whatever did happen to Cecile? She was just in there as a photographer.
I was really surprised. I guess Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder.
Amanda's still alive, I think. She lives on. Her ending is fine.
My head, it hurts.
Alright. Oh, got another tape.
Major.
4 minutes.
Symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife.
So his idea
terrorism.
is internal strife occurs when you have no
conflict.
external enemy.
Deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information.
Well, some people say that's where we are right now, right? We get bombarded with useless stuff. And all
It's
this.
done, Exo.
So much we
This
assume all
world
that
will
stuff is
become
nonsense.
one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Zero's really into this idea.
Be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
Is this Evangelion? Are we doing Third Impact? You know, human instrumentation.
Veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
Oh, yep, the parasites are taking effect.
Major.
You son of a... The pin. You...
Yes, the pin. It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl.
Oh.
You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit or thank you in person, but it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, It's time for you to step aside.
Just finish them off, man.
You're a busy man. Lots to do. So I've left you a little time.
Go to hell. How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
You're no different. Just like him. None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the same.
All this conflict arose from differing opinions on what the boss wanted.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major...
Even Skullface was inspired by her. Interesting. Strangelove was.
Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge...
It was
a fake. I held on to the real one. I'll take good care of it. And continue the boss's work.
Jack.
What the hell happened? Oh. Alright, then they get a medical treatment. Oh! Something different actually happens this time?
Snake?
She's been acting differently lately. Before, she'd respond to conversation. Just as long as it didn't conflict with her timeline. But now nothing gets a reaction from her. What happened? No idea. Well, Miller did go and tell her that Skullface is dead. If
oh, so the continuation only happens after you beat the game, because after
Skullface
Skullface
exactly
dies.
like an angel of peace to cheer for someone's death. Now is it?
No, she wasn't really an angel of peace.
There, take a look at this too. See it? Right there.
The wound is open.
Yeah, it was all closed up and then it went back to this.
But why?
The medic has no idea how it happened. He figures it must have been self-inflicted.
Oh, nothing. Alright.
Sun will set shortly. Sun will rise momentarily.
Go for a whole day.
Sun
Or do you just have to be a certain distance? We'll find out, I guess.
Oh, Snake!
Oh, just... I guess it doesn't matter. Just right outside the door.
What is it, Snake?
We're just playing the cassette tape.
One of the group birthday parties. They are something to look forward to
We're on
every
7.
month.
There's
Miller
11
was
total.
so funny at this one. When is the party this month? Last month was... Oh, I cannot remember. It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. Ah, I am so tired. I would just lie here a while.
Alright, final cassette.
Supposed to visit hospital before you die. But how did you get here?
Oh, that's the actual
affairs know how to keep a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic. But the rest was easy.
Oh.
Snake. What is it, Snake?
If you leave before she completely lies down, seems to be the answer.
The Costa Rican Sea. It is so beautiful. Costa Rica means rich coast. Please, please, get them out of my country. Them? Huh? Who was I thinking of?
Oh, she was never actually Costa Rican.
It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace.
Go. I understand. Which one is he? And the left. We did just as you instructed. Has either of them woken?
There were 2.
Neither of them. No. Not once.
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEG shows stable activity levels. There's been practically no change.
Who's the one on the left?
Jack. Jack. It's me. You look fit to run a country mile.
Oh, okay. No. The one on the left is the real big
4
boss.
hours we move all of their muscles. Subject them to load.
Is it?
They're stable, but eventually...
Yes, of course.
We've done everything we can to ensure they're ready to move.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? Chico, I wonder what he thinks of me. I have not seen him lately. Maybe he is angry. There is something I am hiding from Chico. Or I thought there was. It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace.
Go. Lots on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming. This could be my last chance. If you'll just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital? Our first mission together. After the boss threw you in that river, broke your arm. Ah, the good old days. I never told you this, but I had another team at my disposal back then, with a very special man leading it. Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something to me. Which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here. There's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful type, as you know. I'm all right for now, but they say it's a one-way street. If you don't wake up soon, I won't remember you when you do. I don't mind about myself, but what he did to you, I can never forgive.
Oh, Snake.
Almost there.
What is it, Snake? Football. I joined
9.
in. And there's Huey refereeing.
Ah, Huey.
He said,
Poor Huey.
we have forsaken our countries and become one with the earth.
Could have made a great mark on the world,
It is
Huey.
good being here together with everyone, you know?
If you weren't just constantly backstabbing everyone you worked with.
It was. And then I...
Almost at the end.
Go.
5 minutes.
Nice. Jack, once your little holiday here is over, though who knows when that will be. But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me. A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence. Wake up soon, old friend. Time is running short.
Caution, rain approaching.
Oh, 20 more seconds. What we got? Oh, nothing.
Snake? Thank you. You were always so kind to me, Snake.
Oh, is that it? It's 10 photos? Hold on. How do I get the 11th one? Where do I find it? Ah,
You will come back, right?
gotta go look this up. Alright. A second. Oh, okay. Oh, on the wall. Alright. Ah, here it is. Morpho butterfly. Whoa, you get mad heroism for that. Is this about to get nightmarish? Yeah, I am. Apparently this is censored in the Japanese version.
There's another.
Ugh. Alright, I can see why, Alright, warning, it's pretty graphic. Damn. Alright, so I read stuff on that stuff. Apparently the theory is that since the character you're playing as was the medic who was there at the helicopter, he's feeling, it was a hallucination based on the feeling of his guilt for not finding the second bomb inside Paz, and that she would have still been alive if he had managed to find it. Alright, last tape, I guess. I'm not gonna listen to
I
that.
want to thank you, Code Talker. You're pinpointing the cause of the vocal cord parasite's mutation enabled us to purge an enemy from Mother Base.
You mean that scientist?
Yeah, I was convinced he betrayed us, but I was wrong. He was never on our side to begin with. So ultimately, there was no traitor among us. And yet I made everyone distrustful with my talk of spies. The end result being men turning on each other in the laboratory.
You must not blame yourself. They were all infected with the mutated strain. The outcome would have been the same.
You know, we defeated Skullface, but it didn't lessen our pain. It's a pain we'll never be rid of. I see that now, but I thought I could burn it away. In the end, all I burned was our own men.
Infectious diseases, parasites.
Without such foreign enemies, the immune system will start attacking the body, developing
Is that really what causes autoimmune diseases?
The same is true of organizations. You're right, but I do not deserve to rebuke you.
Roger.
My desire to retaliate against the English language is what attracted me to the vocal cord parasites in the first place. Had it not been for that, I would never have been used by Skullface. We both allowed revenge to crawl into our minds and lay eggs.
Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst onto the future. How long are we going to be tormented by what he left behind?
There is no choice but to live with that pain. Be symbiotic with our vengeful nature. Whatever we do, we must not allow that thirst.
I think that's a lesson we should learn with modern society. It's very topical of the modern political and social climate, I suppose. Alright, I guess that's it for this game. MGS5. Thanks for watching.